Hello, welcome to Mississippi Insight Meditation. For more information about our organization or to leave a much needed donation, please visit our website at msinsightmeditation.org.
And we're going to start this meditation by taking a few slow, long, deep breaths. As you breathe in, feel your ribcage expand and connect to the experience. As you exhale, relax the body around your alert spine. Inhale, connecting to your body. Exhale, letting go of any tension you may be feeling. Inhale, exhale. At this time, we'll let our breathing return to normal. In Vipassana meditation, we don't make any effort to breathe in a certain way. We just notice how breathing is for us in this present moment. I find it helpful to scan through the body at the beginning of a meditation, working on one area at a time to help set my body at ease. I take a head to toe approach, and I start with the head, the scalp, relaxing any tension I may be feeling in my forehead or around my eyes. Relax your jaw muscles. Elongate the vertebrae in your neck, but relax the muscles around that vertebrae. Allow your shoulders to drop, releasing any tension that they may be feeling. Staying upright with your spine, let your back muscles relax. Sometimes it's difficult after a long day to completely relax our muscles. And if that's the case, then just try to soften around any tension you may be holding. As you breathe normally, relax the muscles of the chest. Relax the muscles in the belly. Allow your belly to just kind of hang down in front of you. Relax the muscles in your legs, your arms, your hands, your feet. Gently scan through your body, softening and relaxing wherever you feel tension. Now I'll ask you to enter into the world of your breath, paying attention to the way your body experiences breathing. Each inhale, each exhale, Imagine the thinking mind as a muscle. Try to relax the muscle of the thinking mind as you direct your alert attention to the breath. Pay attention to how your body experiences breathing. As you relax your thinking muscle, see if you can stay connected to a whole series of breaths in a row. When thoughts or emotions pop up, as they do, be relaxed about that. Simply notice it, label it thinking, and with gentle, loving kindness, bring yourself back to the breath. Don't judge yourself, no matter how many times you need to reconnect. If your mind wanders, just guide it back to the breath. Letting go of thoughts continually and gently bringing yourself back over and over to the breath. So tonight I'd like to take a few minutes and talk about the eighth path factor, which is right concentration. And it's probably a relevant talk for some of you. I know that during this COVID-19 crisis, my mind has been spinning and spinning a lot more than I would like. And that's a perfectly normal human reaction. So we shouldn't judge ourselves for that or be mean to ourselves for that. It's perfectly normal. But that's where the practice comes in, and specifically the practice of concentration. So wise concentration is an essential quality in developing equanimity. To find a real sense of peace, you need a stable, focused mind. It can't be scattered and distracted. So, you sit any new meditator down and they're like, wow, I didn't know I had ADD, because we bounce around so much, right? Our thoughts, our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions, and our mind gets pulled in all these different directions. So we don't actually realize how much chaos that we actually live in until we actively try to become still. So wise concentration, becoming concentrated. The Pali word is samadhi, and it's a good translation. It's used 99.9% of the time. But the problem is that the American definition of concentration doesn't quite fit, right? We Americans tend to think of concentration as this laser-like focus, but that's not quite what samadhi means. When you think of a concentrated mind, I'd like for you to think of a composed mind. right? Composure. A concentrated, composed mind is calm and tranquil and balanced. A composed mind has strength in its ability to focus and be calm. So let me give you an analogy. Those of you that know me, you know I have these two dogs. I actually have three dogs, but I'm going to talk about two of them. I have this old guy. He's 13, and I have this younger puppy. And the old guy does not go looking for someone to play with, right? He's 13, and he's perfectly content to spend time on his comfy cushion. He will play with the puppy, though, if the puppy initiates it. But he's very conservative with his energy. So, you know, the puppy will prance and dance and jump all around and bark and snarl and you know, jump behind him and chew on his back leg like it's a Thanksgiving turkey bone. And, you know, the old guy will just reach around and give him a snap. And then, you know, the puppy will get all excited and jump around and go to the front and bark and do a half pipe on the couch and come back and jump around some more. And, you know, he'll kind of paw her a little bit. And that's what I think of when I think of my mind. My mind can be that spastic puppy, or my mind can be that relaxed, low-key older dog. So when we have a thinking mind that is living in the past, the future, living in make-believe or fantasy, it creates this working mind, right? Think about how actively or how active your mind is when you are fretting over a past regret or rehearsing a million different scenarios of how something might go, this conversation you're going to have. You know, it's like the puppy. It's misused effort. We're just spinning our wheels. That future scenario absolutely never goes like I play it over and over in my mind. And my past is never going to change. So all this extra thinking, it isn't necessary. It's like doing half pipes on the couch. So a mind that is concentrated is a mind that lives, that resides in the present moment. It is a mind that is quiet and it's calm and it's at rest and it's producing minimal effort. It's peaceful and quiet and settled. There's not a ton of unneeded activity happening in a concentrated mind. And wise concentration helps us learn to stop our minds from spinning out of control. The mind can come to rest, and a clear mind sees clearly, right? It's hard to see our inner selves if our mind is scattered and agitated. But a concentrated mind, you can explore your suffering, and you can explore how you contribute to that stress and suffering. And with that knowledge, you can start to ease that stress and suffering. So the more concentrated our mind becomes, the more opportunity we have to deal with things that are causing us stress and suffering. So samadhi, concentrated, composure. Another translation that I'm pretty sure I heard from Gil Fronsdal is unification, a unified mind. It's not so much about focus as it is about having a soft, open, relaxed mind that's unified, that's not at war with itself. Some people have parts of themselves that they don't like, or maybe even they hate. and we spend time saying, how could I have said that? Or, oh, I wish I was better at this, or, this part of me is not good enough. And if you spend time talking to yourself like that, you're fragmented. You're not unified, and you cannot find internal peace if you are constantly shooting arrows at yourself. So, to have our inner mind unified, concentrated in a wise way, that would be our intention, our attention, our thinking, our emotions, our feelings within our body. Everything needs to come together around the sense of being right here at this moment in time. And it's not always easy to do. It takes dedication, which is why we call this a practice, right? The way to get concentrated is you have to be like that old dog, okay? You can't will it to happen. You can't force it to happen. You don't go out looking for it, but you open yourself to allow it to happen. The more mindful you are, the more you can become concentrated, bringing your heart and mind and body together. And then the more concentrated you become, the more mindful you can be. So they actually go hand in hand, mindfulness and concentration. So working with one is working on the other. So we've been talking about the Eightfold Path for the past several weeks. And the first 7 steps of the Eightfold Path set the conditions for wise concentration. Without a high standard of ethics, your mind's never going to be able to settle. If you have ill will in your heart, you're never going to find peace. We also need to develop an attitude that is within harmony of being at peace. We want to develop an attitude that is at peace with the world as well as within ourselves. And we've talked a lot about loving kindness and compassion. And those are incredibly supportive of having a concentrated mind. They help the mind settle. So a unified, settled, harmonious, at-rest mind is one that is soft and pliable and non-judgmental and non-reactive. And you do have a choice. My old dog plays, my puppy plays, but they do it in 2 very, very different ways. And you can be like that puppy and expend tons of energy, wasted energy, on past, future, and fantasy thinking, or you can settle in and relax and be at peace and let things come to you by giving the present moment your full attention. And when you reach that level of peace and you're not running around putting out these self-created or, these fires that the mind creates, you're going to have space in your mind to see what's real. There is an awareness that develops for those of us that are walking the Eightfold Path. A concentrated mind has clarity. It has room for insight and wisdom. That's why we call it insight meditation. Everything in your life will unfold in its own time. And deep concentration will lead you to the insight again, as to why you suffer. And with that, then we can find freedom from suffering. I learned that anxiety can be a habit. There's a lot of medical papers out there on that. Your body gets used to the state and it just keeps pumping out those chemicals or something like that. I'm not a doctor, but there's a lot of papers out there on it. But I promise you, speaking from experience, as much as anxiety can become a habit, by the exact same token, a relaxed mind can also become a habit. We can't make wise concentration happen. We can't force it to happen. But what we can do is support conditions that allow for it by having an open attention to what is happening in the here and now, and by having a relaxed mind that creates space for awareness. We need to keep our mind from being spastic, and we need to be relaxed enough to see what comes up in its own time. Does that make sense to everybody? Shakes of the head. All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope this talk has been helpful. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we will be back next Tuesday, same time. I think, Lainey, we have about 10 minutes left, don't we? If anybody has any questions.
Yes, we have about 10 minutes left for any sort of announcements or questions. If anyone might have.
I don't have any announcements.
Me either.
Okay.
Chris, this has been a great talk. I really appreciate it, and a lot of things that went by me that I didn't get to write down. Is this uploaded anywhere so that I can dissect it and really get what I want out of it?
Absolutely, Del. We're going to have it on our YouTube channel. It should be up by tomorrow or the next day.
Fantastic. I appreciate it.
And okay. I know you said you had to bounce. Please send Alice my love.
Dinner time. So much. Ding, 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 ding. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dal. Good seeing you.
Good to see you.
Okay, and I'm trying to... Okay, anybody else have any questions? Any comments about the talk tonight? Anything?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
That's very good.
We thought it was good.
I needed that one.
Perfect. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. And I really mean it. You know, you can quiet that mind and everything in your life will unfold with the space that's left behind. I think we have another couple minutes. Let me ask the question. Are you aware, I'll pose this question, you can answer out loud or just to yourself if you want. Are you aware of when your mind is contracted and bouncing all over the place compared to when it's quiet and still?
Yes.
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 Okay. If you can tell the difference, now what you can do is it's about being mindful now. So when you're mindful of that spastic mind, you just want to take a couple of minutes, connect to the breath, connect to the body, and connect to that thinking muscle that is your mind so that you can try to relax it and quiet the mind down. So that would be my recommendation for this week. When you catch yourself dwelling in the past, spending time with the future, spending time with, oh, this could happen, that could happen, what ifs, just gently, oh, this is my mind being like a puppy. Okay, I'm going to take a couple of deep breaths. I'm going to connect to my body, and then I'm going to just give it a minute and try to quiet that mind. So I invite you to really give that a shot this week. And if there's nothing else, I will say good night. And thank you so much for you guys joining us. And we'll see you next week at 6:30.
Thank you for listening to this video provided by Mississippi Insight Meditation. For more content like this, Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, or visit our website at msinsightmeditation.org. All talks are given freely. If you would like to leave a donation, please visit our website. Again, that's msinsightmeditation.org. Thank you for listening.